let's see. If I had to take a look on this, on everybody in the thing, Kamari's known me the longest. Right? Kamari known me since middle school. Okay, this is a middle school friend. Right? Yes. So y'all, I be trying to tell folks, Kamari, that I don't got commitment issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I commit to you, we down like 4 flats on a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? I still got the same number since 8th grade, 5th grade. Like, people really think I'm out here, you know. So I want to definitely get you out here and introduce yourself to the people. What you do?
Okay.
Where you from? And that fun fact, please.
Okay. What's up, everybody? I am Kamari Richardson. I am from originally Montclair, New Jersey. I've lived there most of my life. Moved to Chicago, lived in LA for a spell, and now I'm back in Jersey. On Instagram, I'm the idea pusher. I would like to say I am your dream's biggest cheerleader. Don't tell me you have an idea, because I'm already like 15,000 steps ahead of you. I get excited about other people's ideas and their goals, and I want to help them get it done. A fun fact about me, it's funny because when she gave me my title about embracing my body and embracing who I am, a long time ago, I used to struggle with like my name. I've always had like a unique name. Anytime I would go on vacation, I was never going to find a keychain, never going to find a hat with my name on it. The little Coke bottles wasn't going to be my name. And on my mother's side, they're from Bermuda, and their last name was Richardson. And on my father's side, they're from California, and their last name was Richardson. So my last name was going to be Kamari Richardson, whether they got married or not.
That's crazy.
And so that was a part of like me embrace. I'm like, I'm never going to have another name. So if I fall in love with a guy and his last name is Richardson, I might punch him first. But that is my fun. Because I just never got a chance to have a different name. But that's just a part of me embracing who I am. So that's my fun fact.
I love it. And yes, I did give you becoming and embracing my body, right? Because I know the transition that you've gone through, kind of like Michelle Obama's Becoming. That's where I kind of got that from. But right, so like becoming who you are and embracing where you are. Like let's take a step back and let's talk about high school Kamari, middle school Kamari, right? And kind of dip into what those emotions felt like. What and we're gonna tap a little hard right now, right? Okay. So things people said to you. Relationships that might have triggered stuff. Okay. What does that look like?
So when you said high school, I was kind of like, okay. And then you said middle school, and I'm like, ooh. So I would say for me, I grew up in a situation where I had 2 aunts who were always plus size. They were beautiful. They were big. They owned it. And never really I never felt like there was ever an issue with their weight. But then where I lived with my grandparents, it was always like, you need to put that bread down. You need to drink some more water. You need to get active. Don't eat that. You're doing too much of that. This is why you can't wear that. And it wasn't like I really knew I was big because somebody else told me. It wasn't because I deemed it for myself. It wasn't because, I felt like I couldn't keep up. It was because somebody else told me that I was big. And when I was in middle school, a lot of the guys were like, oh, you ain't got no butt, or you too big to do this. And so it was just like one of those things where like I became self-conscious because other people said things. And so then I would, on top of that, getting upset. We all know that the clothing back in middle school, it was like, okay, I can't go against all odds because I can't wear Pepe because they don't go up to an 18. I can't wear this because they don't have this available. So now I'm shopping like where my grandma shops back then, and it's like my jeans got the, remember the jeans with the drawstring? It's like I gotta wear those, sag them down a little bit to try to look like everybody else. But it was only because I could, the elastic. So it was because I could not fit what everybody else was wearing. So then that kind of pushed me to be like, dang, this sucks. You know what I mean? And I think I will say like in high school, that's when I kind of I wore it well in a way, physically, but emotionally, it always was one of those things that kind of stuck in the back of my brain because everybody else looked differently or was able to shop everywhere. Like a trip to the mall with my homegirls, it wasn't fun for me. And so that is something that I'll say, like during those years, it was tough because I was trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it was hard for me to separate and have my own style because the style there was just trash. then was trash. So.
Oh, and I remember the conversations of people when I was younger, right? I've gotten everything, and I wrote about this in my book, because that was the only place I really poured my heart out about this stuff that bothered me. People used to talk about my gap. Because I didn't really have a gap like I do now back then, but I had the gap, you know what I'm talking about? So it was like talking about my gap, talking about my knock knees, talking about my belly. And the same thing Shay said earlier, like you looking back, you like, what belly, bro? Like I could have wore a crop top. Like, what are you talking about? Right? And I'm starting to think about all those things and remember the word that was said to me. But here's one thing that I can say that I remember really, really deeply. Most of the comments that I have ever received about my weight or about me being not the way I'm supposed to look came from guys, boys, men. And I don't know if you can relate to that in any way. Were there any relationships or any men that may have spoken words into you that you internalized?
I would say like more so like on the bullying standpoint at school, never in relationships. Like we talked about earlier, family. I got it more from family than I did from a guy or outside. I didn't date much during high school. I kind of talked to guys like after high school. And that could have played a part in it because everybody is so shallow when they're in high school and now everybody likes big girls, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like then, no, but it came from home. Like my grandparents, they said things, but I think they were only saying it because they were heavy and they know the struggles that they may have had. And I guess maybe they didn't want that for me, or maybe somebody did that to them and it was just a repeated cycle. So I wouldn't say so much from like a dating standpoint or from guys. But no, it really came from home a lot.
Oh, child.
Yeah.
You say about 15 words right now, because that it does, and it's not even necessarily directly from my mama. It was more so like my mama family members, and then my daddy family members. Like it was like anybody felt like they had a free pass to say whatever they felt. Yeah, and that was the issue there, right? So looking at your overall you, right? Because I'm looking back and I'm coming forward and I'm kind of watching the transition. What has changed in you over the past, let's call it 2 years, till now?
Okay, so I will say embracing who I am, loving Kamari, learning Kamari. What do I like? What don't I like? What works for me? What doesn't work for me? Because I think once you can truly embrace your body, because like we talked about, your weight can go here, it can go there, it can go wherever. But it's learning to truly embrace who you are. Because when you have appreciation and love and like for yourself, you will lose weight because you're like, you know what? I want to be healthier. I want to be able to run around. I want to be able to do the things that I want to do. I want to go to Greece. That's a lot of walking. Like I heard, you know what I mean? When you look up different things like where you want to travel, there's certain things that like I want to do. So I want to lose weight because there's things that I want to do. I want to be healthy. I don't want to, end up on a table and have different diseases or different things like that. So it's like, what do I need to do to be healthy? Because to be honest, and I've said this to many people, if health wasn't on the radar, I may or may not want to lose weight, but health is. You know what I mean? Like my health is on the radar. So it's like, that's something for me is like, I want to be flexible. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. But it was until I embraced who I am and my desires as a person that I was able to say, you know what? I want to lose weight for me and not because anybody said anything, not because I want to get in this outfit, because if we all know, like I'm going to wear what I want, period. So it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things where it's just like, I just want to be healthy. I want to live long. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to have children. So I don't want any roadblocks between that. And if losing weight and getting healthy is one of those things, then that's what I'm going to do.
And that is what I be talking about when I say attach a why to your stuff.
Yeah.
Your stuff. And it needs to be something grounded in you. Exactly. Like if it's external, you're going to fall apart straight up and down.
Exactly.
Like that's why even the things that I do is not tied to money. It's tied to generational wealth. Like I want to change, poverty in my family. I want to be the best version of me so that I can walk around Greece, right? And I can do all of that stuff. And when you tap into a deeper you, then you can become that person. Here's another last little question before I wrap your session, right?
Okay.
what have you done recently? I know, but you gotta tell the people. What have you done recently to change your health? I'll just use that. I'll just leave it like that. Change your health.
So I got this amazing opportunity with a guy who owns a gym here in Jersey. He said, look, I will train you 6 days a week, tell you what to do, show you how to do it if you do my social media. And I was, as we were talking about earlier, community, I was like, yo, I really want to lose weight and I want to work out, but I don't have that. Like, if my homegirl don't want to go walking, I'm going to be like, oh, I'll go tomorrow. Like, or if I'm like, hey, y'all want to go to the gym? And they like, nah, not really. All right, fuck it. I'll go later. And then the later never comes. And I had been saying like, yo, I just need an accountability partner. I just need somebody to go with me. And one of my homeboys, he said this to me and it was so clear. He was like, you cannot stop what you want to do because of everybody else, because everybody don't have the same goal as you. Like, if you want to lose 100 pounds and somebody wants to lose 5, they're not going to value getting up at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning to go work out the same way you will. You have to want it for yourself, and you have to create that discipline for yourself. So I made the commitment to say, you know what? I'm going to do his social media and I'm going to go to the gym. Now, he's on a whole nother level. Like, if I'm 5 minutes late, he's like sending the eye emojis. And it's like everything that I asked for. So it's really just not only just getting up and working out is what's changed, but giving myself that mental reminder of this is what you said you wanted. This is for that better life. This is for, like, when you want to go to Greece, you could be pumping up them stairs. Like, this is what you want. And what you ask for really does come because it's really from the heart. I believe that. Like, when you ask for things from the heart, the resources, the tools, the people, all of that comes with it. But you got to be open enough to recognize that, like, oh, this is what I asked for in February. This is the person that God sent, or this is the person that life has just sent to help you get along your path. And it's like, okay, I recognize that. He's here. And on the days that he is kicking my ass, I got to remind myself, this is what I wanted. This is what I asked for. And so that's kind of where I'm at now, just trying to push out these 6 days a week.
Be careful what you ask for.
Period.
It's good for you. Mm-hmm. And you vegetarian now? I've
been vegetarian since January. And I will tell you, it is hard. I will tell, this is me being very transparent and living in my truth. From January to March, I was eating French fries, like, every day. Because I was like, what the hell am I supposed to eat? Like, if I'm out past 8 o'clock, salad works ain't open, Chopped ain't open. So it's like, okay, McDonald's open. They took their salad off the menu. So I'm like, what am I supposed to eat? And Wendy's is not good for salad. So I'm like, all right, I'm just get French fries and a strawberry banana smoothie. I'm vegetarian. That's not helping. That's not helping nothing. That's not helping nothing. So I literally had to cook more. And that's where I can say I've been grateful for quarantine, because in that amount of time, I had to just cook every single day. So I'm on Instagram like, look, y'all, watch me cook. Not because I want them to watch me, but it's like, hold me accountable. Like, because right now, a 4 for 4 sounded real good. And, but it's like I've got goals, and I wanted to try something because, like I said, I've been plus size all my life. And so this is just me trying to do something that I've never done before. And so it's been a road, but I'm enjoying it. I'm learning.
I love it. Girl, come on. Okay. I'm going to get back to you on this on this Q&A. Okay. I saw a question in the chat. I'm going to hold it to a Q&A. Okay. Just so that we could, she said, congrats, Kamari.
Thank you.
You out here. I see you.